All right, so moving on. Next game, Philadelphia Shithawks and the Atlanta Falcons, another Shithawk style team.
Yep.
All right, so this game's being played in Atlanta. I've got Atlanta by a slim margin. Honestly, I don't like either team. I don't see a whole lot happening with either team. Possibly the most boring game of the week for me, just because I don't really care too much. This might be where we see Gardner Minshew come in for an injury or something like that. I don't know. Probably not. I'm most excited to see how Kyle Pitts plays for the Falcons, just because I want to see if he actually turns out to be a decent wide receiver or tight end for the Falcons.
Yeah. So, looking at this game, I was very back and forth. I actually think I got the Eagles in this game. Rookie tight ends typically have an issue with that transition into the NFL, and that new toy down in Atlanta is a rookie tight end. I don't know if that Falcons defense has improved. I think Jalen Hurts will do enough to get the job done. And when you look at the difference in the running game, Atlanta doesn't fucking have one.
I mean, they got Mike Davis. He's good for putting up like a lot of, if you're talking like fantasy, he's going to get you a lot of runs. I think he's a solid, albeit unspectacular back, but Atlanta has arguably the worst offensive line in football, which does not help his case. It doesn't help Matt Ryan, an aging Matt Ryan. So,
and the Eagles' offensive line is improving. They played better in the preseason. We'll see if they can stick with that. But I got the Eagles by a slim margin in that game.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a close game regardless. Yeah. But Falcons just being at their home, I'm going to lean towards the Falcons for that one.
Okay.
Moving on, Steelers and Bills. I have the Bills as a heavy favorite here.
Me too.
The Steelers, I think, might surprise a little bit, but I'm still not sold on their new offensive scheme. The defense is where it's going to be for the Steelers, but the defense I don't think can compete with Josh Allen and all the weapons that he has on the Bills side. And then there's still this T.J. Watt kind of controversy going on with the Steelers.
Yeah, he might not play.
So he's been at practice again. I think he will play. I don't feel in my gut that he's the type of player that's going to hold out, even though he does want this new contract, and he deserves this new contract.
He does.
Big Ben has come out and said, give him a blank check, whatever he wants. I took less money this year so that way we could get T.J. Watt signed. It would be very smart of the Steelers to get him under contract and happy.
Yeah.
I think he'll still end up playing even if they don't get the deal done. But Bills should be the heavy favorites here. I see no reason why they're not going to put up big numbers in Orchard Park.
Yeah, the Bills are one of the favorites of the AFC. Josh Allen is a fucking stud. I really like their improved rushing attack. I think Raheem Mostert is going to play a big role in this offense. Was not Mostert.
Not Mostert. He's still with the 49ers.
God damn it. It was a old 49ers running back. Now I got to look it up.
I got you here as soon as the computer catches up. Matt Breida.
Breida.
Which he's actually listed as the third running back on their depth chart.
So
they still have Singletary and then Zach Moss ahead of him, but I think Breida, we all know,
Breida is the more in. He is the veteran, more pure runner, which is what this team needs. So I think he's going to play a big role. Yeah, I got the Bills all day, and anytime I can trash on the Steelers, I'm going to fucking take that opportunity.
Understandable. Sorry for our buddy Sean Maines, but Steelers, I'm not too sure on them this season overall. I think the defense will still show up decent, but your offense, the offensive scheme just through the preseason has looked so funky.
Yeah.
It's not like it's bringing in a college offense to an NFL scheme or something like that.
Their offensive line is terrible.
Yeah, I just don't know what they're doing.
I feel bad for Najee. I think Najee's going to be a good back, but he doesn't have an offensive line to run behind it. Everybody's talking about how he's going to be this great running back. Yeah, maybe, as soon as they can fucking block.
He hasn't looked good in the preseason, and I keep saying this all the time. Preseason doesn't necessarily mean anything, but you'd like to see some
I want to see a flash.
Yeah.
And I haven't.
And that's Najee's getting drafted pretty high in fantasy. I
There were
don't
people. There
know.
were pundits who said that Najee Harris is going to have a better year than fucking Nick Chubb, and those people are
I know that hasn't hurt your
outside their
feelings there.
fucking. Well, I don't. I have no problem laughing in the face of stupid people.
I mean, it is pretty ridiculous. That sounds like a very Homer pick. You know, you have people that are going to say the Texans are going to surprise everyone and win the Super Bowl this year, which is obviously not going to happen.
No.
I would be willing to bet my paycheck on that. But it's Najee. I think he's outside looking in on having a really solid year. He's going to get a lot of reps for sure. But yeah, I'm not feeling it with that Steelers offense right now.